Hey everyone, welcome back. So we are going to be playing the COWABUNGA collection tonight. Honestly, I don't know how many games we'll have time to play. I need to swap my controllers actually. A sec here. Yeah, I don't know how many games we're actually going to play tonight. Part of me wants to play Hyperstone Heist, probably because it's the best turtle game on the collection that we haven't played yet. Because we already played Turtles in Time. The other option is we could play the original arcade game, but we'll see as we go through. Tournament Fighter is probably, a lot of people wanted to play the Tournament Fighter when they're getting this collection. I'm trying to think, like, me personally, what do I want to play first? Part of me wants to play the Tournament Fighter, but yeah, honestly, those Tournament Fighters are cheap. Like, I remember back in the day, they're cheap in the sense that the AI is really rough in those games, and the only way to beat them is by using really cheesy strats, like, you know, the zoning fireball consistent strat where you just launch a bunch of fireballs from the corner till they die. But we'll see. So first, before we actually get to the game, how's everyone out there doing? Let me just swap my controllers around while I say hi and let people get in here. So hey Nanaki, hey Forced Anonymity, hey Angel, how you guys doing tonight? Glad you're already here in the stream. So I'm switching to my 8-bit DOE, my SM30 Pro 2, because since we're going to be playing retro style games, I do want a retro style controller. Right now I'm testing out the NYXI control pad, which is gonna probably get a review next week, but really good controller, just it's a standard style controller, so it's not really retro, it's not really adapted for a super retro style game. And no, we already did that. So let's go in here. So yeah, it's been a little bit quiet this week on the channel, and by the way, I'm sorry about that, because there are a lot of games that I've been playing, and I do want to get some content out there. Hey Epidemic, how you doing? Problem is, you know, first week back to school for the kids, getting stuff set for the year, but we're gonna get back to normal. I'm making sure that the eSHOP deal stuff is there on time, you know, within a day or two of when they're normally there. I did put off the $2 list till today, but that was voluntary because I knew there was a huge indie sale dropping on the eShop, and to do it on the Wednesday like I normally do when I know a bunch of sales are hitting the next day would have been dumb. So I just waited till today. And yes, I did see that Death's Gambit is on sale. So yeah, we're going to have an exciting eShop deals weekend. I'm going to try to get both out. Good news is, for us, it's, I don't know, maybe it's the same in the States, but it's Labor Day on Monday, meaning that we have a 3-day weekend. Hey Dennis, thank you that you love the channel. I will try and keep up all the good work. Tonight, I am not going to be drinking yet again, because Friday night has become my gym night, where I'm trying to get back into proper shape. I might go grab some Coke later, but most likely I will not be drinking beer tonight. But once school gets started and everything, we'll look at I'll look at moving over my gym nights. Actually, if everything would have gone well today, I would have gotten up early this morning and gone to the gym this morning, but I was a bit lazy. I wanted to stay in bed, so I delayed it till tonight after stream. So, yeah, but we will get back to the beer streams soon, where I can share with you all the ones that I try out. Cocaine later? Yeah, Coca-Cola, sorry. I just say Coke here, but it's Coca-Cola, I guess. Because in French, it actually says Coke on the bottle, C-O-K-E. But yeah, so it's like a habit for here. Maybe it does in the US too. I don't know. Does it say Coca-Cola or does it say Coke on some of the bottles in the US? Anyway, here it actually says C-O-K-E on some bottles if they're in French. So that is why. Hey Chris, hey Orokusaki. A Rokusaki, man. That's Shredder's name. Got my Shredder hat on. I got my Turtles shirt. You guys can see it properly tonight because we're not using the green screen. And actually, it sucks that I didn't manage to get more content out this week because I have a lot of exciting things that I'm working on. Number one, I said it last week, and I'm super sad I didn't get it out. I finished Pac-Man. I do want to do a full review on Pac-Man because I think it deserves it as a remake. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I want to talk about Curse to Golf because that game is freaking amazing now that they fixed it. I also want to talk about. Also have another game that I'm playing that is pretty. Rick Henderson. Terrible title. Okay game. Calling a game Rick Henderson for me was like a super bad move. And I sort of want to talk about 2 Point Hospital and Surviving the Aftermath. Especially Surviving the Aftermath got a super bad rap, but I don't know if it's because they patched it a bunch, but I've been actually having fun with it. Ah, Flyer TX50 backing me up. It does say Coke. Awesome. So yeah, but a bunch of content I want to put out. And not only that, but I also got this week given to me Orion, which I know a lot of other channels have covered, but I want to cover it in a different way because I want to do some, obviously I want to see how it works with the Switch OLED, but I also want to do some other stuff with it. Hint, hint, I want to see if I can get away actually like get my Retron SQ working. I know it can work with it. I need to find a way to power it mobily. And I'm working on a couple of options to actually power this mobily because that could actually be really fun for someone who wants to play like retro Game Boy games on top of it. That is the... I'll show it to you guys quickly. If you guys don't know what the Orion is, it's it was a fun a community funded project that basically gives you a huge Switch. Basically, this is going to become your Switch screen. Let me just hold on. Let me just switch here. So this basically is what your Switch is going to be like. So when you're playing with like a huge, crazy ass Switch. This is what the Orion is. And basically, the thing is that you have to actually strap a battery to the back here. So normally, like I have like a battery. You would strap your battery pack here. This powers the Orion, and the Switch also works. So it's like a portable dock with a screen built into it. And there's like these little grips here that you can put the Joy-Cons on, but you can actually remove the grips and I want to see if they're going to work with things like, now my cat's being a pain in the butt. I want to see if it's going to work with things like the, the Joy-Cons, the NYXI Joy-Cons. So, but obviously I have to remove the grips if I want to use those. I'm pretty sure it's going to work. They're just going to work in wireless mode. And I do want to check if they're going to work with the Hori split pad, although I don't think it's going to work. Because the rails seem to charge the Joy-Cons, but they don't actually establish a connection, in my opinion. Yeah, Kitty's being a little bit of a special. But honestly, there are a few utilities to having this. Yeah, you could play while you work out, and especially if you play in tabletop mode. I'm going to repeat that. I'm a huge player in tabletop mode. And if you like playing in tabletop mode where you don't actually have to have a dedicated screen, but you use a controller, this gives you a ton of real estate. And if you want to bring this to work and you have a couple of controllers in your backpack and you want to play some Mario Kart tabletop mode with some people at work, this thing can actually work really pretty well. Because let's be honest, a split screen Mario Kart on one Switch screen is very small. But on that, it's actually pretty decent. Yeah, if you're going on vacation too, the only thing I want to sort of test out is how long does a 20,000 milliamp battery pack last with it? Like, how long can you actually play before it runs out of juice? Does the Switch run out of juice before it runs out? Does that thing actually charge the Switch as it's powering the screen? I don't think so, but bunch of questions I'm gonna be testing out over the next week or two, and hopefully within about a couple of weeks I'm gonna have a video coming up with the Orion on it. The biggest thing hampering that thing, in my opinion, for the moment, is the price. It's $300. It's almost as much as your Switch. Maybe it's less in the US, but it's $300. I think in Canada. I have to check if that was Canadian or US dollars, because I have the website, but that might be 300 US. Meaning that it's expensive. It's as expensive, if not more, than your Switch itself. So I can see that hampering a lot of people to picking that up. But at the same time, it has a HDMI. It has an HDMI in, which is why, like I said, I want to try some funky stuff, like with the Retron SQ. I also want to try and find a mobile emulator, like a handheld emulator that I could probably plug into it to see if it could give you like a huge mobile emulator on the go. The only thing is I need to test if my battery pack can power two things at once, because if the system doesn't power it if that system doesn't actually power what you plug into the USB-C adapter, it's going to cause an issue, because that means you need the battery's going to have to power both, like the emulator and that, which isn't crazy worrisome, except that a Raspberry Pi can be a little rough because of the amperage, especially if it's pushing out to two separate things from a battery pack, meaning that I'd need like a mobile emulator that has its own battery in it, sort of like the Switch. Because in my opinion, when the Switch is in there, it's not actually charging. It's hard to tell because I haven't used it long enough, but I'll do like a 2-hour gaming session and I'll pull the Switch out, see where the battery is. The Switch actually goes in the casing at the back, by the way. So when you're using the Switch itself, it actually goes directly into that. But yeah, hey guys, well, and it gives time for everyone to get in here because if we get started on the games and people aren't here yet. So options, Rumble, let's put Rumble on. Turtle's Lair. Oh yeah, this is it's pretty chill, because I don't know if a lot of you have the game out there, but I love this Turtle's Lair where you have all the game manuals, you can go through them. You have the game boxes. Like, they did a pretty decent job of adding extra content here that a lot of other collections like sort of don't go to. You have your strategy guides, freaking awesome. I don't know if you guys saw this, but you have strategy guides to pretty much each one of the games here. Yeah, you can play any console on it. Like, it's a screen. Like, I can plug it into my laptop as a second screen and it works. And you can power it through USB-C using like any USB-C normal power plug. Like, if you want to plug it into the wall, and you'll never run out of juice. You can play Xbox on it. You can play PS5, PS4. Like, it has an HDMI input. It's literally just a screen with a dock automatically built into it. Which is why it's that expensive, because if you think about it, it's a monitor plus a dock plus, whatnot. Would I like it to be maybe about $50 to $100? Yes. Less, obviously, because it would be better position, but still pretty freaking decent. But I'm glad they sent it to me. I was surprised they offered it to me because the channel isn't that big yet, but I'm pretty happy that they did. Hey DJ, hey Jumping Bear, hey Cheese, hey Wild One. Yeah, I'm trying to carry. I think pretty much everyone else I said hi to. So let's switch over to the bigger game screen here, and I think we're gonna get started on. While we were talking, what's the animated shows? Oh, it just gives you a few screenshots. That's true. I wish they would have the theme songs to all of them in here. Behind the scenes. this like concept designs? Design documents. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Honestly, there's a lot of added content for someone who really just likes to geek out on this stuff. So it's pretty awesome. By the way, I have to show you, by the end of the stream, I will show you, I've seriously extended my collection of Turtles in Times figures from NECA. Last time I showed you Leatherhead and Raph. I picked up Mikey. I picked up the double pack of Bebop and Rocksteady dressed as the pirates. And I picked up Baxter Stockman. So I'm pretty much just missing the other two Turtles and Shredder, I think, and I have the whole line that they made for the Turtles in Times game, Turtles in Time game. We will look at that before we get out. Hyperstone Heist is underrated. I liked it a lot. I haven't played it in forever, however, so hopefully it won't be too bad, but we will definitely get it going. Hyperstone Heist. Yeah, and yep, it is a cool collection, and I really need to do the studio tour video properly. Just every time I'm about to do it, I'm about to change something, so I feel bad, and I always delay it. And we're not going to delay it anymore eventually. I think by the time we hit 15,000 subs, it was supposed to be out by the time we hit 10,000 subs. So I think by the time we hit 15, it'll definitely be out. And I think right now I really can't add anything else into the studio until the kids' toys are gone, because once you guys are gonna see the tour, there is absolutely like zero movable space in the studio almost. Like you actually have to angle around desks and things to move around in this room now. It's like a maze when you get in here. And I'm gonna give you guys the real view. I'm not gonna clean it all up and make everything nice. I'm gonna show it to you the way it is when I'm working on stuff. Like you'll see the desk where normally I film close-ups and unboxings. You'll see that normally its state is like a bunch of crap. Like basically every physical piece of media that I'm working on right now, like the controllers, the Orion, all that is on that desk like 24/7. But yeah. Okay. No, I will do it. Like, I know I've been promising it for a long time. I've probably disappointed a lot of you because I've said it was coming regularly. It's just really tough to film because, like I said, when I'm about to change something, it always feels bad. And also, I really need a day where the kids are completely out of the house. By the way, beginning October, I'm going to New York City for a couple of days. So the channel will be shut down for about 4 to 5 days while I'm in New York City, but hopefully I'll be able to come back with some decent content. I want to visit the Nintendo store, a couple of things like that. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so I took Donatello. I took Donatello because Donatello is Donatello. And if we want a chance of getting as far as we can in this game, well, we gotta use the big guns. Now, I think I'm playing in full screen mode. I'm not playing in the original 4x3, but we can pause it in a second and check that out. Hold on. Yeah, we're on full. I think full will be the best. Like the original, although it does look more original, I do think full is just going to be better for the stream. And I'm sorry my kids are screaming upstairs. I might have to go check out what's going on in a couple of seconds if it doesn't calm down. Controls, we pretty much know what's up. Dash is X. Oh, that's what I wanted to check, yeah. Dash is X because it's a 3-button controller. So attack, it's the X button that they used. Part of me feels like it should be the A button, but we'll start with that because that's what they set. And then we we will adapt if we need to. And like I said, I might have to go up in 2-3 seconds if they keep screaming. You guys might not hear it too much, but I do. And if you're a dad, you know that when you hear them screaming and they're taking advantage of the fact that I'm down here and mom is stepped out for a minute. Well, she's actually at the gym right now, so she's doing it now. She tries to be back by the time I'm streaming, but she seems to be running a little late. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to take just a couple of seconds and see what's going on. I'll be right back. I'm sorry about this. We back. Okay. Had to lay down the law. Hopefully they'll listen. But like I said, they might take advantage of the fact that they know I'm streaming so that I'm gonna not want to go back up. I don't think any of the pizzas do anything special in this one. I think it's just health refills. So we're just going to keep it for as long as we can. I don't even know if I took a hit right now. I think I did. I think there's maybe one bar missing. They are not listening. Yeah, there was like 1 or 2 bars missing. People say that this one doesn't control as well as the Super Nintendo one. Personally, I find the controls are actually crispier. So I don't know if it's just because maybe I was a Genesis kid, and back in the day, even though I love Turtles in Time, I did play this one more often because of that. I just don't have a physical copy anymore of this one, which is why I hadn't played it in the longest time. I'm feeling like this one is way crispier. Or maybe it's just the emulation. Maybe it's just the fact that this one's running maybe even smoother than the Genesis hardware was running it back in the day. This one is Hyperstone Heist, so it's the Genesis... I'm going to say the Genesis version of Turtles in Time. It's not the same game because the story is different, but most of the animations are the same, the designs are the same. It's just the color schemes are a little different, the levels are different, the bosses are different. But ultimately, it was like the Genesis answer to Turtles in Time. And to me, there's a lot of recycled assets in this. Man, Donnie is shredding these guys. He is like freaking madman in this game. I say that and then I take a huge chunk of damage. I remember in Turtles in Time when I switched to Donnie, I was actually doing worse. But I don't know, he feels strong here. Oh. Got a little bit. Oh, this is the special one. Okay, there are special. Which pretty much, it's funny because that's such a throwback. Shredder's Revenge has the same special move when you pick up the power. And we just picked up a life, if I'm not mistaken. Now, we're playing the American version. I don't remember how many lives, how many continues we have. Hopefully, we're not gonna game over. But if we do, I mean, it's gonna suck, but whatever. We should actually check out the strategy guide really quick. Give me a sec. Let's check out... I just want to check out the strategy guide really quick so we can see. Beat up your buddy. Want to beat up your buddy? Press C, BB, AAA, BC at the Konami logo screen. Okay, friendly fire. We don't care. Turtle tip 2, stage select. Press A, title screen of either version. Listen for that. Okay, so there is a level select. The kunai knockback. Tatsui kunai projectiles are the real pain in the shell, but you can knock them back. Okay, in this one we can hit the projectiles back. Beat the game on hard mode to get the best ending sequence, or just click to watch it. Okay, if they, I'm hey champ, what's up? K computer aid. If they, like I said, I don't think you guys are hearing it a lot. You might have heard that though, but I hear them being like total pains upstairs. So I might have to stop again for a few seconds, but we're going to continue on. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay, give me a second, guys. Oh yeah, we back. Oh my god, man. Friday nights, man. When my wife is there, it's pretty chill, but without her, and I know a lot of you out there have kids, and it's crazy because till I started streaming, there wasn't a peep, man. I was getting things ready and I was like, okay, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good, even though, oh, dang. Yeah, I had to waste energy bars there. That was, I used too many though. I should have just done one. I need a pizza. Bad. I do not want to lose a life here. Unlike these random dudes. We can make it. And by the way, when I'm going to New York City, I'm going without the kids. So we're getting 5 days of peace and quiet. It's going to be a... it's actually an early birthday gift that my wife is giving me, which is why we're actually going to New York. I'm just going to move out of the way here. not gonna try and hit them. Honestly, though, since I think we haven't done a vacation without the kids in like 3 years, 3 or 4 years. Hey, you shuriken chucking little. Not gonna say it. Now we are at Letterhead. Okay. I know I have to jump out of the way after I get him. I don't get why I'm... normally, remember that you can hit him a couple of times. It's 4 times, and then he does his... I was pretty sure you had the... Okay, yeah. You have the time to jump out. I'm just the one that's sucking. Ah! Man, 2 lives on this guy is really cruddy. I think one more shot we should get it. There. Whew. Let me just see here. We have Dave and Buster's here, so in City 2 and AMC Dining Theater. We don't have we don't have Dave and Buster's here. I wanna go visit that because that's like an arcade place, right? I know I'm gonna sound like what? How do you not know what Dave and Buster's is? But I'm pretty sure it's an arcade thing, right? It's like a huge arcade place / restaurant, I think. Correct me, please, if I'm wrong. So we've got our sewer surfing, just like the other game. Well, not just like the other game. Because the other game is more like cyberspacey, I think, for these. Oh, man, that was really cruddy. What? We can't hit the mousers? Yeah, we can. Okay, I'm doing freaking terrible. Please, God. No, they don't even fill your life up. My God. I am so effed. Oh, I knew it. Now it's gonna feel bad because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get like a freaking pizza like really soon. Honestly, it's Letterhead that really... I was doing pretty well till Letterhead. Letterhead is really where I dropped the ball. And I don't know why at the beginning I wasn't able to jump out before he did his attack. At the end I was able to, but beginning of that fight, horrendous. Yeah, you ain't gonna chuck knives at me. I knew there was a pizza coming up. Honestly, I should have waited till I was done this fight, though. I wasn't low at all. And the shurikens are... Oh my god. Ah, I knew it. I knew I didn't have enough separation for the other katana wielder. I needed to jump kick them separate a bit. Woo! Let's do this. I have to make up for this. I have to get a life. Oh, man, that just sucked. And that did a lot of damage. God dang it. No! That's a continue. Ugh. No, I didn't pick up the collectors yet. I'm gonna wait a bit. Because honestly, I think they produced them in a fairly large quantity because at least meat are in stock everywhere. I am gonna wait a little bit before picking it up because $200 to drop on top of buying this game. And not only that, there's a lot of games coming up in the next month that I most likely will not be getting codes for that I do want to pick up and possibly play on the channel. So that's why I am not going to be picking it up for the moment. Or were you talking about my Shredder's Revenge? Because my Shredder's Revenge did not come in either because I had it double packed with a game that's coming out at the beginning of September. So I did buy it finally. But I picked it up at the same time as a game that's coming out at the beginning of September, so that it's only going to get shipped out beginning September. And obviously, since I already have it digitally, it didn't really bother me. I wasn't in a rush to get it. But I do know it's reserved, so yeah. I know you got it, champ, though, because I saw the pictures on the Discord, and that thing looks nice. It is a first-party collector's edition, so that's why that's why I think there's going to be there's a fair number of them out there. Go, beat him up. Oh, yeah. Oof, I think I got my rhythm back. Now, I'm going to say that and check it out. I'm going to take a huge chunk of damage. Every time I say something like that, it happens. I've just got to make sure I jump those barrels. Do this. Ugh, man, I say that. Oh, make sure you jump the barrels and you get smacked by them again. Okay, we do know that there's a pair. Haha. I did waste a special move though there, dropping. Oh no. I have to hope that we get another pizza soon. Whew. Okay. This part down. Normally, if we're getting to another section, somewhere towards the beginning, there should be... We should get a pizza. Go. Oh no, stalactites. No! That was cheap. I think it's 100 and then we get a life. We're at 91. 95, 96, 97, 98. 100, yes! Got ourselves that extra life and we've got a pizza. We're gonna try and fight as many as we can before using it. Use up our super. And there, these guys blocking are getting on my nerves. Ugh. Here we go. Pretty crazy to think that your score is the number of enemies you've defeated. And that by the end of the game, we're talking about hundreds of enemies. Turtle soup. Let's get this going. Now we're gonna try and keep the pizza for as long as possible. Oh, come on. Nope, not the pizza yet. Hey, come on. Okay, now it's pizza time. It's funny because that maneuver is exactly the same as in the Manhattan Project. Because I just started a little bit the Manhattan Project this week. And it's funny, the fact that he like shoots like up and down like that, it's exactly like that he shoots. Oh my god, come on, I can't lose a life to him. There we go. Whew, that was close though. Yeah, the hitboxes are like Genesis and Super Nintendo hitboxes. Let's just say you can't necessarily trust what the pixels are showing you to know if the hitboxes are, if you're in them or not. Whew. Scene 3, Shredder's Hideout. Let's take a few seconds here and just breathe and let me catch up a bit with the chat because this is the kind of game I've got to focus on a lot. So let's just see here. SMT5, yeah. You finally played SMT5, DJ No Good. It's pretty good, eh? Says Shin Megami Tensei, man. I love that series. On the PS2, I think is Shin Megami Tensei 3 was on the PS2. That was a crazy JRPG. I put so many hours into that when it originally came out. I know we have it on the Switch. I have it on the Switch, but the original one was on PS2. I'm pretty sure PS2. Dust Divers 2. I said it last week. I have to check it out. I do want to try and find some time to check it out, but it's a little rough, and it's a game that it looks like I'm gonna like it, but I have other games that I'm like sort of really excited about that I don't want to get into a game that is too long right now, and suck up too much time. And I've got to say, by the way, anyone who was watching the Pac-Man stream last week, the last 2 worlds of Pac-Man Land, the difficulty level, I'm not going to say that it gets hard, but the difficulty level definitely kicks up in the last 2 worlds. The last 2 worlds, you have to, it's no longer like a beginner 3D platformer. You got to know what you're doing. There are some really annoying little parts to it. The other two trying to catch up on everything, but you guys are talking a lot about Dust Divers, and I didn't play it, so I don't want to go too deep into a game that I haven't played. Ghost of Tsushima. You found it mediocre when everyone was raving about it. Well, I think it was really visually amazing, and I think storyline-wise, it feels great. But definitely, I'm not a fan of The Last of Us, by the way. Okay? I'm not going to say they're bad games. I'm just not a fan of The Last of Us. Especially the storyline in the second one. Like, I get what the vision of the game was, but, personally, I want my video game characters like... Anyway. Yeah. But, yeah, you talk so much, but that's why we're here, man. You guys can talk. I'm playing the game. You're listening to me. You guys are talking about the same time. That's the point of being here. That's why we get all together at least once a week, and we chat about all our freaking games. That's why we're here. I don't always have to be directly in the conversation. If you guys are having fun talking to each other, I am glad to be the place you guys meet up. But seriously, yeah, so no offense to anyone out there, but yeah, I don't agree with The Last of Us being a game of the year. And I'm also the kind of guy that I'm a little bit annoyed that game of the years lately always have to be visual powerhouses. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that. I'll give you an example. Like, for the moment, Shredder's Revenge is almost my personal game of the year. But I know that game will never be game of the year because God of War Ragnarok is coming out. And I'm not saying Ragnarok didn't cost way more money. And I'm not even saying it's not going to end up being a better game, because I'm a huge God of War fan, by the way. But at the same time, a game of the year doesn't have to push visual boundaries. You can just have the most original freaking game out there. And I do feel Shredder's Revenge is maybe not the best example, because as a beat 'em up, it's not super original. It's just hyper well done nostalgia. But God of War, unless they do something to turn it completely on its head, it's going to feel like, to me, I think it's going to be like an enhanced version of the previous God of War. Yeah, exactly. It's turned into the best looking game, and it's become like the best political, like Last of Us 2. I have nothing against like main character being a woman, being like, these tough women characters and all that. But it's almost like which game is making the best political statement at the same time. And it's fine. I'm not saying games can't do that. Elden Ring. Yeah, honestly, personally, Elden Ring is the one game that I can seriously say should be a decent contender for Game of the Year. And it's not even visually the best looking game out there, because let's be honest, Elden Ring is a great game, but visually it's not the best game that the PS5 or the Xbox Series X has, or the previous generation systems either. But it's an extremely well done open world game. However, there's a lot of... I love Elden Ring. I just, you know, it's going to be a rough sell as Game of the Year, I think, just because of its difficulty level. It's not an everybody game. You know what I mean? And it's fine. It's supposed to be that way. It's just not an everybody game. So I'm finding it's going to be a hard sell for Game of the Year. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I'm just saying that personally, last year, Last of Us Part 2 was not my Game of the Year, and far from it. It was a great game for what it was. If you could put up with the story, great stuff, but it was not my Game of the Year. But anyway, yeah. Xenoblade 3, great game as well. I'm looking forward to see what Nintendo has, because apparently Nintendo might have a few things up their sleeves. I don't think it's going to be maybe a Game of the Year. But I think it'll be a lot of great stuff. I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling that God of War Ragnarok has a better chance to win Game of the Year than Elden Ring. Just because God of War, even though it's going to be a difficult game, is more of an everybody game than Elden Ring was. However, it's the least niche of the whole Souls-like games, because it is the one that is the most approachable, even if you've never done another one, because it's the first game that you can sort of go off, level up for like 12 hours, come back and just almost power through the boss. Which, I did on a few occasions. Horizon, visually, but once again, visually it's the best game. I just wouldn't say that gameplay-wise didn't really do anything that fresh. But anyway, we're getting beyond. Let's keep going now. Those nunchaku guys with their blocking are really getting on my nerves. Oh my god. They just cost me like 3 health bars. Okie doke. Plus it's my granddad's birthday this weekend. I'm still lucky on my mother's side to have both my grandparents. We're gonna go celebrate my granddad this weekend. So we have a 3-day weekend. We have a birthday to celebrate. It's gonna be a pretty chill weekend, I think. And I'm really gonna try to get both eShop deal videos out so that next week, especially Monday, Tuesday, like when I say both eShop deals this weekend, I'm counting Monday because Monday, like I said, is a holiday for at least here it is. So I'm really going to try to get like the 2 videos out so that all the time I have during the week next week will be pushing out the content on games. Like on the games I want to talk about. Oh, I haven't talked about either, like I haven't done a video on Cult of the Lamb other than the stream. And, when I stream a game, I know sometimes I leave it at that, but these games are so good that I've played lately that I feel like they deserve additional content. Like, when we played Shredder's Revenge, I did the follow-up video, but I did it on the COWABUNGA collection. Just because I felt that since we did a full playthrough of Shredder's Revenge, I'm like, what can I do more than, like, a full playthrough? But, yeah. But maybe I should have done a separate video on Shredder's Revenge as well. I just feel that, like, that full playthrough what had everything in it that I wanted to say about the game. Like we had, honestly, I had so much fun that first playthrough with all of you guys. Plus, we didn't even use the cheap strategy of like powering up our special attack using the taunt button in between, like in the fights and stuff. I felt like it was the only thing that could have made that playthrough better is if we would have had Casey unlocked, and it would have been done with Casey. Hold on, I'm seeing someone mention Madden, and I'm not, especially EA franchises, I never buy the franchise the year it comes out. I always buy it in the future when it's like $5. So I'm like, if we're talking about Madden, I'm the wrong guy to talk about sports franchises, because even hockey that I enjoy playing, like when people come over in co-op, like you can't be a Canadian and not have a hockey game, a video game for when people come over. But you know, if I do pick it up, I always pick it up like the year after when it's like super cheap. Because, and on top of it, I'm not like, I don't think EA puts enough into their games to really work. Like, I agree with what Angry Joe says about, you know, the NFL and NHL and all that. EA does not put like effort into their sports games anymore. They just basically do a roster update and ship the game out. And for how much those franchises make them, there's no reason they can't dish out like way more than that. Even with the short cycle they have to make the games, because you need one every year. I mean, there's no way you can't pay for an army of people to be working on that game. And deliver like the most amazing like game experience ever. And the proof is that when the sports games, when like the NFL wasn't exclusive to EA, the sports games from year to year changed so much more and evolved so much more than they do now, because the companies had to compete with one another. Oof, it's getting a little more intense now. I love how the laser doesn't hit them. Like that's one thing in beat 'em ups, is I enjoy when beat 'em ups, if there are obstacles like that, they should damage the enemies as well as you. Like, it makes no sense that they would be impervious to a laser trap. Oh man, I'm getting friends. Oof. These nunchaku wielders, man, are driving me nuts. Are they nunchakus or are they tonfas that they're wielding, actually? They actually might be tonfas. Now, I can't die here because I think if I die here, I have to restart the whole freaking level over. Oh my god. Leave me. Man, we're not doing like any damage to this guy. Freaking projectiles are... Oh my god! Can you... Super cheap. I remember hating this guy. I still hate him. Oh my freaking god. Woof! The bosses in this one, man, are freaking annoying. Now, I really hope we don't have to start the whole level over again. No, we're directly at Tatsu. Okay, at least. No, Blood Hockey doesn't look like a real sports game. Blood Hockey is like an arcadey, fun experience. That's what I explained when I suggested it. I said, don't buy this game if you want like a hockey sim. Blood Hockey is about like a retro-styled, like arcadey take on what hockey is to people who don't know hockey. like I said, it feels almost like an updated version of Blades of Steel from the NES. Which is, by the way, one of the only boxed NES games that I have. I do have a few boxed NES games, and they're the really cheap, crappy ones. But Blades of Steel is among... Like, why couldn't I fight him like this the other time? I'm not even losing a life. Like, why couldn't I do this without wasting a freaking continue? Holy crud. Man, this pisses me off. I'm like really mad right now because we wasted a freaking continue on this guy. Exactly. Blood Hockey, it's you're either gonna love it because it's a retro throwback, and there's actually a franchise mode though. It's like, that's why I say it's like an evolution of that NES style, because the game plays out like that with crazy, stupid, over-the-top violence. But on top of it, there's a franchise mode, meaning that you can actually like do back office stuff, train your guys and stuff. But like I said, it's one of the exceptional games that I actually have boxed on the NES, Blades of Steel. It's one of the rare games that I actually have boxed. I only have like 2 boxed games, this and Silent Service, which is like one of the most common, cheapest games on the NES. It's not as bad as everyone says, but it's just cheap. Like, you can pick up a copy probably for $1 or $2. Like, if you go to a convention or something, you always have someone selling copies of them for like $2 or $1. I'm not trying to kill the pizza dudes. I'm just moving out of the way. Yeah. Dodge, dodge, dodge. We're gonna do the cheap stuff. I'm not fighting anyone. Honestly, I don't know how many continues I have. I'm really hoping this isn't the last one. I'm hoping it's not 3 continues. I didn't check the option mode. Okay, no. We're not doing this again. Raw. That's what we're doing. We're doing this the right way. Ugh! You're testing my patience, Letterhead. Your cheap stuff. Okay. No. Yeah, I used to love basketball. I used to love NBA Jam. Man, when NBA Jam originally came out on the Genesis and Super NES, I loved that game. I played it so much. Now we have to refight Rocksteady. Okay. Come on. Like, what is that angle? Like we said, what are those hitboxes, man? Like, he does the weirdest freaking angles in the world. Yo. Like, look at that weird, like, normally he never does an angle that tight. But obviously the one time that I'm like, okay, I don't need to dodge because I'm like right at the right angle where he's not going to hit me. He does the weirdest, tightest angle I've ever seen. Wow. Oh, come on. Oof. We were both on last hits, man. God. We're still not done. Do we get a pizza, please? Oh my god, Tatsu. I didn't think we had to fight Tatsu again right away. We just fought this guy like 2 seconds ago. We're out of lives. I think we're gonna have to redo them all. The gauntlet. I knew that we would have. I really thought I remembered that was only the first two. Okay, I got hit by 0 pizza dudes last time. Pizza monsters. This time I get hit by one. Got one more. And we gotta do the perfect letterhead fight. And honestly, Rocksteady, I've just gotta be less greedy. I've just gotta jump and only take the perfect opportunities. Like I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush, so I should just take only the perfect opportunities. See the perfect letterhead. What the heck? Oh my god. What? They should at least give you a pizza in between each one of the fights. Like, they should really, honestly, at least give you a pizza between each one of the fights. Ah. Okay, come on. Bull. At least I'm getting way better at the fights, even though they're still not perfect. Now, Tatsu, I think I can reflect his shurikens. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Woof! The D-pad add-on. I have to remember what it was. Give me a second. Let me go check it up. Champ, give me a second. I don't know if I'm going to play TMNT 2 on the NES. Honestly, if I play TMNT 2, I feel like I'm going to play the original arcade game, which is pretty much the game that the NES version was based on. And now my cat just threw a controller off my table, which is a little... Let me just check what... I want to remember what that add-on looks like. No, I didn't use it when I didn't use a Champ Dancer. When I was using it, I didn't use the D-pad add-on. But I I see why it could be useful, and I do think it would work well. I just didn't, honestly, I just didn't end up using it. Oh my god, and now we have Stockman to deal with. Oh man, I think, not sure we're gonna get past this guy. Ugh. I can't believe they don't give you a pizza at this point. I don't know if I can make it to 100 mousers and get that extra life. Because the mousers are counting as kills. At least, whoa. We might do it. Oof. Just gotta keep up with the mousers and we can do it. Focus. Oh, we got our life. We got it. So we got our safety net. But honestly, if I can just do this without even using that life, that would be freaking amazing. Woo! Oh, yes. PS5s actually have started to come decently in stock here, by the way. It's not really that crazy of a get anymore for at least around where I live. I'm not even sure how many levels there are, but I think we're pretty close to the end, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think we have maybe 1 or 2 levels left, because I know there are less levels in this one than Turtles in Time. But the levels are longer, as you can see. They have more, like, stages to them. They're longer levels, but there are less. And I don't remember how many less. Woo! And I don't know if we're gonna... Well, we're obviously gonna play something else tonight, like... Because it says Final Shell Shock. This could be the final level. Man, wouldn't it suck if we ran out of, like, continues here? Like, imagine I die, we need a continue, and we have none left, and we were at the last level. That would totally suck. But, we're gonna just try and do our best, and hope it doesn't come to that. I knew one of those mousers was gonna get on my hand. The mousers are just annoying. Oh no, not these guys. Ugh. You can hardly see those lasers that they shoot. Actually, I don't think you guys can, like, they're so hard to see for me on the screen. I imagine you guys can't even see them at all. Those little dome things are actually shooting lasers at you. Come on, pizzas. Like, I get these are the last levels and they want them tough, but give us some fair pizza drops here. That's one thing that was uber fair about Shredder's Revenge. I find that even even though the tough difficulty is tough, they are fair. The pizza drops and stuff do feel more fair. No, no. Now would be a great time to get a pizza. Oh no, not these things. Ugh. Now if I... Oh my god, can you stop? Can you stop it? Holy! Man, now I'm mad. Those freaking freezing things. Oh my god. Memory's fuzzy. Most likely because I didn't make it this far in the game every playthrough. That's why my memory's... Oh, no. Oh. Oh my god, we're out of continues, guys. It happened. Oh god. Oh god. That totally freaking sucks. And plus it's a freaking input code, I think, to try and get the level select. Let's see what we can do about it. Ugh. Let's see something. Strategy guide. Level select. Press A, B, B, C. Yeah, but what's A? Because this is the freaking... This is like the Genesis controller. So is A Y or is A A? Because C is obviously X. Hold on. Let's see if we have it. So A is Y. So A B C. A B C. Okay. Strategy guide. A B B C C C BA. Okay, we're going to try to get the level select. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. I didn't check the options, man. Could we have... We could have upped our lives and our continues. God damn it! Ugh! Ugh! Now I'm sort of mad. Oh my god, I forgot to check before. Okay. Okay, wait. Let's recheck that strategy guide. It says... Listen for that sweet confirmation chime, bro. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna close the game down because I'm gonna put my sound up so I can hear the chime. We're gonna quit the game. We're gonna get back in. Sorry, you guys might hear some crazy reverb. It's just so I can make sure I hear the chime this time. Didn't work. Didn't work. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. Okay, come on. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. That's exactly what I'm doing. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. Maybe it's not fast, maybe it's rhythmically. If you guys were here for the Turtles in Time stream, looks like we're going to be doing the same thing. If anyone remembers if it's fast or slow, Dean, you're getting out. No problem, man. You've retracted all of your messages. Sorry, Dean, if I didn't see that you were. I don't hear any chime. Like, it doesn't seem like it's working. Come on. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. A, B, B, C, C, C. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. It's annoying because if you don't hear the chime, you if you don't hear the chime and you start a game, you don't get the level select, and you have to start the game, which I'm gonna try, but I don't think we're gonna get the level select. Sorry, guys. No. Okay. Quick game, yes. Hyperstone Heist. Come on. We gotta get this. Ugh. Okay, I'm sure this is the hold on. A is Y, B is jump is B, X is C, so it's Y, B, B, X, 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 B, Y. I wonder if I was like, maybe I can program the turbo input to be A, B, B, C, C, C. Well, I could do it because the controller is programmable, but I don't feel like going to my PC because I don't have it installed on this PC here, the software, programming it and coming back. That's going to take like 10 minutes. That's way too long. So we're just going to try and get it here. Oh my god. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. Okay, I don't see how you can input it faster than I'm doing it. This might be a fail, guys. We might have to switch games if I can't get the level select, because I'm not going through the whole thing again, especially if we were on the last level. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. Man. Okay. Let's try something else. Oh, man, I really want to get this. I really want to get this. I hope it's not on like the startup screen, because they were saying title screen. To me, this is the title screen. Before, when you got Konami and all that, that's not the title screen to me. That's like the startup screen. To me, a title screen is this. Like, I can, like, you guys can hear it, man. That's, I can't go faster than that. Like, A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. Like, I can't go faster than that. Like, maybe if I keep going, I can go, like, a tiny second. But, like, A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. I'm like a little annoyed here. It is A, B, B, C, 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 B, A. Okay, you know what? That's it. I am... Before I actually beat the snot out of something, we are gonna end the night on something different. By end the night, we're not close to ending in the sense that we've still got about like half hour, 45 minutes to go before I think of ending the stream. We saw a beat 'em up. I don't think the Game Boy games are going to be fun to play on stream. So let's try a tournament fighter. But I'm telling you right away, I'm putting it on the easiest because the point is I want to get through the tournament fighter. These are, like I said, to win these, the only thing that sucks about these tournament fighters is that they are really great games if you're playing with someone. But they are terrible games if you're playing on your own, I find. The tournament fighters here are really fun as 2-player games with someone. While if you play the... we're going to take Leo because he has the moves that are Street Fighter moves. Okay, they're all Street Fighter-ish moves, but he has the Ryu moves. And I'm a Ryu player, so we're going to play Ryu style.
Round 1. Fight.
Ah. Oh my god, even on the easiest, story mode is freaking annoying as heck. Unless the difficulty mode doesn't affect story mode and only affects tournament mode. That could be. So I guess we're gonna have to do this the cheap strats.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh my god, I was sure he was gonna do a... Oh my god. Oh, we don't have our ultimate moves in... Oh, I think I took the Genesis one by mistake. Did I? Is this guy in the Genesis one or the Super NES one? Hold on, we're gonna check I'm gonna check the strategy guide in 2 seconds. But no, I think this is the Super NES. I think maybe just that in story mode we don't have the we don't have our ultimate moves. I'm just checking the roster because that'll tell us right away. Okay, no, this is the Super Nintendo with Aka or Asuka. No, it's not Genesis. It's Super NES. We're in the right one. I just guessed the story mode. We don't have ultimate. We don't have our super meter. Because normally if you're playing the arcade version, there's a super meter. Because when you're playing 2-player, you have it. Because like I said, I played more of this on 2-player than I did alone. Because I remember alone, I was like, this is the cheapest freaking game ever. Oh my god. Freaking dizzy stun. Oh, I'm gonna lose. Oh my god. Okay, so I don't think story mode is affected by difficulty at all. Holy crud, man. We're just gonna play the freaking tournament mode then. It's gonna be funner because we have our super moves and we have the full roster. You can play as the bad guys. But we're still gonna be using Leo because I love my Leo. In this game, he's not my favorite turtle overall. As you all know, it's Raphael. But he has the best moveset I find for someone who's played Street Fighter and who your main character is Ken or Ryu. It's not like a Ken and Ryu exactly because his Dragon Punch is seriously a lot weaker than theirs. Now you see we have a super bar here. Okay. There's no way that this is easy. Like he's beating the snot out of me. That's our super move. As you can see, you can cheap it out with the super move. The only thing is I have to recheck, possibly because we switched modes. I don't know, to reset the difficulty level. This doesn't feel like level 1. Oh, come on. I wanted the Rising Dragon Punch. What? He cancelled my super move. What? For God's sake. I'm like, I've got him with the super move. Oh my god, he's so cheap. There we go. Let's just super move him out of it again. I'm gonna get owned by like the 3rd guy or 4th guy. Casey Jones isn't in this one. I'm pretty sure he's not in this one. I think he's maybe Casey's in the Genesis? You know what would have been actually fun too, to play the NES fighter? Because like I said, it's like the only tournament fighter that I can think of on the NES. Cheap. We're gonna cheap it out. We're just gonna Hadouken him to death. Like I said, most of these guys you have to find like each character's like cheapo technique and then just use the cheapo technique on them continuously. Apparently this guy doesn't block projectiles. We're just gonna chuck projectiles at him till he dies. Then we can super him down. It's like I said, personally, they're not bad games. They're just really fun games if you're playing two people. If you're playing against a computer, this is the best one. This is the best tournament fighter out of the three, but not my favorite. Like, it doesn't the AI and the balance in the game doesn't compete with something like Street Fighter from back in the day. Now he's gonna be super cheap. This is almost fun. It's almost fun just to like cheat, like be the cheap guy for once. Instead of the bosses being cheap to you, you can just cheap them out by like Hadoukening them to death. Fireball battle. Ah, I missed. Oh, he got fed up. Haha, I win. So I don't know how long we're going to be able to be lucky by being cheap as crap on these guys, but we're going to try and keep it going. Oh no, not Asuka. Asuka was freaking annoying. To my recollection, she blocks like crazy. She blocks like everything. Oh no, never mind. Cheapo. Boom. We win! I don't know if this is going to work all the way till the last boss. We will soon find out.
Round 2. Fight.
I'm actually better at fireballs this way. So. Ooh. I remembered that she normally blocks everything. You can chip damage her to death though. Oh my god. Yeah, I was a big Sega fan too back in the day. Like I said, growing up, my brother had the Super Nintendo, I had the Sega. We did share, but because they were both our relative consoles, and I was a much bigger gamer than my brother was. So we only had like maybe a dozen games on the SNES by the time the SNES like was, by the end of its life cycle, while I had like over 60 to 70 games on the Genesis. So this is like your Street Fighter test your might thing. Street Fighter Mortal Kombat test your might. Yeah, Leo has like this back move that looks really cool, but it does like 0 damage. He does like this spinning thing, but it does like 0 damage. Come on, cat. You've got to get off for tonight. I've got to be able to see the screen. Oh, Shredder. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember. I think the Genesis one doesn't have Shredder. Is that the one that doesn't have Shredder? I remember that I didn't like the roster to the Genesis one in this. It had like weird entries. Other than the fact that maybe that's the one with Casey Jones. Maybe whoever said Casey Jones, you're right, but it was the Genesis version. There we go. So we're making our way through an old school fighter. I'm a little disappointed, man, that that level select code didn't work. We might, like, if I finish this quick enough, I might go back and try it again. I'm a guy, you know me, I hate leaving things incomplete, and especially because it's just a code didn't work. But I was getting a little frustrated. And if I get, like, annoyed to the point where I'm super annoyed, it's not good. And it's weird because the Konami code that we used for the Super NES was way more complex than that one. But this is the one that works. How many levels are there? Raph, do we don't have to fight everyone, do we? Because that's going to be long.
Round one. Fight.
Okay. This is getting sort of funny-ish. Come on.
Round two. Fight.
Yeah, he has the double projectile. Raph is actually pretty decent. It's just that he has guile moves. So like he has charge moves. Like Sonic Boom and whatnot. So he's not a bad character. It's just that personally I don't like charge moves as much as I like quarter circle inputs. So I generally tend to choose fighters that use quarter circle inputs. And shy away from charge characters. But
Round one. Fight.
I don't even know who this is. I know we saw his name. I can't remember it, and I don't remember him from the shows. If he's in the shows, I seriously don't remember this guy. Or I don't recognize this version of him from the game. Yeah, I have my Series X. I'm still waiting for, like, the game that I need to get that's an Xbox exclusive. Halo is disappointing. So, I mean, I never was a big Halo fan anyway. Like, I played it, I enjoyed Halos, but I never really got into the online. The only, like, online shooters I got into somewhat in this gen was like Fortnite, and previous gen was like Call of Duties. I used to like Modern Warfare and Black Ops. Like in the age of Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 and 2, I liked those. How many do we have left? Mikey. So we fought 2 of the other turtles, and we fought ourselves as well. So we fought 3 out of the 4 turtles. No! Dang, I had the super move. If I wouldn't have been dizzy, I was gonna freaking unleash that thing and win that one.
Round 2. Fight.
I'm trying to be less cheap, and it's costing me. Back to cheese. There you go. It's like I said, and trust me, if you guys, well, maybe some of you, if you guys are like,
Round 3. Fight.
maybe if some of you are really good at retro 2D fighters, but I'm pretty decent. Like, I played a lot of Street Fighter in my day, and I still find that this one at harder difficulties is like crazy. Like, they are clearly reading your inputs and like responding to your inputs, which just feels bad. Oh my god. Came close. But we got him. You're talking about retro compatibility. It is a huge advantage, but... And honestly, I get why companies don't do it, but because they want to cut down on costs, and the parts to have it retro compatible sometimes can be rough, but especially nowadays, because the consoles are more like computers. You know, like back in the day when like the SNES and Genesis were completely different programming styles, it made sense that games could, like, that retro compatibility was a little bit more of an issue. Especially because often you had to reprogram completely different from another console. But right now, the same engines are working on multiple consoles. So it makes like no sense that it wouldn't work. Chrome Dome down. That was actually pretty decent. There was cheese, but not that much of it.
Round 2. Fight.
What the heck? That should kill him even if he's blocking. Oh no, it didn't. I understand that you want to come and see me, but I can't let you get on the table. You have to lay down quiet. If you lay down quiet, Topaz, then you can stay. But if you keep jumping in front of the screen, I can't let you be here. Hey, good night, Champ Dancer. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry if this ended like on a lesser note. I would have really loved to finish Hyperstone Heist. Like I said, once this is done, I am going to go try and input the code again. I think this is the last one before we get the final boss. Because by... It's funny that it's Dawn, the last one. Which normally, you know, is like, in most of the other Turtle games, Donnie is always the most powerful. Oh, you mean Night Wild One. No problem, man. See you, Wild One. I missed you saying bye. Sorry about that. You want a Super Mario Brothers 4. I would love a Super Mario Brothers 4. And I said it before. There's no reason that Nintendo... Like, I understand resource-wise, maybe they can't run, like, modern games and old-school games. But there's no reason that Nintendo couldn't, like, get really talented indie studios to make retro... to continue, like, their retro games. Like, you could have both games exist at once and not affect one another. Like, you could have a Super Mario Brothers 4 done in an old school 2D platformer style, although bringing something new to the table for the Mario franchise. And you can still have your full new gen 3D Mario games made directly by Nintendo. Same thing you could do with a lot of other franchises. Like, I do think that theoretically, the big companies, if they don't have the resources to do both, should really start, like, you know, basically letting indie companies like pay royalties and whatnot, or just subbing out the work to indie studios that want to take over the retro franchises. Like, you put it in the contract. You can't make a 3D game. You can't make a modern looking game, so that you're not competing with the 3D Mario that Nintendo's going to be putting out. But you can make a retro style game. It's not going to affect, like, someone's not going to be like, I'm not buying Super Mario Odyssey 2 because I'm buying Super Mario Brothers 4, especially if you put them out at indie game prices. Like, if you put a Super Mario Brothers 4 out at $20 to $30 in the retro style, that is never going to stop someone from buying, like, Mario Odyssey 2 if it's coming out in the same year. It's not the same audience, it's not the same people, and if you are going to get the older audience, it's people that generally will have no problem in buying 2 games. You know what I mean? In the sense that kids might have to choose between one game or another, but most adults, if they need to fit 2 games into their budget, and I don't want to put everyone in the same boat, everyone has their own budget, but most adults will be able to buy 4 or 5 games a year easily at minimum. And probably people that follow the channel here probably buy dozens of games a year, but Rat King's being a... Man, the super move, even if they're blocking, does crazy amounts of damage. We're gonna chip damage him to death. That's what I mean, Champ Dancer. I mean, real people, well, real people that really enjoy gaming are buying like 50 games a year plus. Like, look, I can't really speak to that because I, like, even if I don't count the game codes that I get that I don't pay for, I buy more than 100 games a year probably. And that's not counting like the first year when I started eShop deals, where I probably bought like 800 games. Were a lot of those games $2 games? Yes, but I still bought those games at those, like, about 800 games that first year. Exactly, like, but I did it to start a channel. It was a little bit different. I sold my retro collection. I wanted to do it my way, meaning that I didn't want to base what I thought of games off of other people's reviews. I wanted to try the games for myself. And, I wanted to make sure that I was... Oh, we finished. Woohoo! So there is like no final boss. You clear the roster and you're done in the normal mode. Now I'm pretty sure in the story mode there's like a final boss. But yeah. So that was Tournament Fighters, guys. That was the arcade gameplay mode of Tournament Fighters. So let's save the game. They save data. Quit the game, yes. Let's go back to Hyperstone Heist. We're gonna try this code again. Shaking out my wrists, trying to get this. We're gonna try this code again. Okay, I did it on this screen and it's not working either. Doesn't make sense. Like, the only thing I can think of is that unless the chime is not audible in this version. It doesn't make sense. Man, it is crazy. Golden Axe? Or Golden Axe, I could see like a Streets of Rage 4 remake, you know what I mean? With like cel-shaded graphics. Obviously, I want it to stay a 2D, a side-scrolling beat-em-up. So if that's what you mean by retro, then you're totally right. Like, it has to stay a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up. But I can see a revival in the Streets of Rage 4 type style. You know, where, like, it's obviously an old-school beat-em-up, but at the same time... Or wait, is it A-B at the same time, maybe? No, I didn't want that. Hold on. I want to check something in the guide. Is it A, B at the same time? No, it's B, A, one after the other. They would put B plus A. They wouldn't put B comma A if it was B and A at the same time. I just want to check quick on video on YouTube if there's someone saying whether it has to be input quickly or if there has to be a timing to it. Hyperstone Heist level select. Let's just check a video out. I'm gonna see if there's anyone. Okay, hold on. Okay, there is a chime. I just heard what it's supposed to be like, but I want someone that explains if there's a pacing to it. Does no one explain whether there's a pacing to it? Let's just see this. Not same things. No one's talking. I don't think we're gonna find a video that explains. No, that is just select. That is the OST. Let me just see if it is the title screen. Won't be long, guys. No, that's RGT. I wanted to see. Where does he do the code? Okay, no, he does it when you see the choice between 1 and 2 players. And then as soon as you choose the first player, you have the level select. Okay. Let me just read what you guys are saying. No, we don't have early access. This game came out on August 30th at Norkis. Gelgodolfo. Sorry, man. I'm just gonna call you Gally. Okay. I'm trying to see where did the Galigo Adolfo, most likely I would say would be it. This game came out on August 30th. Let's just go to the I'm just going to go to the options. I'm going to select the options I want first. I don't want easy. I just want the full lives and continues. No chime. Okay, we're going to do something else here. Oops. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay, change controls. Up, down, left, right. It sucks that you have to do all of this. Start is plus, attack A is Y, jump is B. We're going to put dash as C. Dash is A. So now it should be... just better for the way my hand, like, I'm rolling. I just changed basically the C, I put it on A, so that way it's like easier to input, but it's still not working. One. No. Arg. Did it save what I wanted? Yeah, it did. Okay. This is driving me nuts. Let me just see if anyone's saying online that it works or doesn't. COWABUNGA. Collection. I'm going to turn this down because it must be crazy for you guys. Give me a sec. No, I want Manhattan, Follow the Foot, Arcade, no. Hyperstone Heist, B. CCC, B. Oh, it says start. This one says start. This one says you have to add start. If I look online. But that doesn't make sense. Okay, hold on. Because if we hit start, that means the game starts. That means if we don't get it, like we have to start over the whole thing. The strategy guide does not say it's press start. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try it nonetheless. Oh my god, that's it. Guys, you just have to press the start button right away after. Woo! We're gonna finish the game, boys. We're gonna finish it. Oh, yeah. And now we have 5 lives, 5 continues. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. Oh, yeah. That is so weird because if I didn't look online... Because the guide in here really makes it look like it's 2 separate steps. Like you hear the chime, then you start a game. Anyway, not gonna complain. We've got it working. I'm gonna be rusty because I stopped playing this one. Normally you're warmed up by now. Like if we would have done it right away after, I would still be warmed up from all the levels we did before. At least we do have our 5 lives. And imagine how much easier the gauntlet would have been with 2 extra lives. You guys see the lasers this time? Oh my god, can you stop jumping around? Woohoo! I'm a little annoyed though that I didn't get that quite like I wanted it, but we're good. Now we're at the ice floor. No, not yet. Those ice floors, man. Well, I'm having way more trouble with these guys than I did the first time around. Man, I'm so glad we're gonna finish this. Like, honestly, it was gonna drive me nuts if it didn't work. I was gonna tonight be like in a bad mood because I didn't get to finish this with you guys, and especially since we were so close. And I'm saying this, and I have to not dumb it up and not make it this time because I start playing too loose. I had not lost a life at this point. So, Cat, you have to stop now. Tonight, you really have to stop. I might have to put her up, guys, in 2 minutes if she tries to jump in front of the screen because I really won't be able to. Okay, she's going the right way. Because when she does finally realize that it's not the time to be on me, she does have a little spot like on my workbench on the table that I use for the close-ups, and she lays there like she was there earlier. The whole night when we weren't seeing her, because she was there, just chilling, watching me. Man. You ice modules, man. I'm sure they pop up wherever you are. We just got our life back. We just got our life back and we just lost it. And those balls are cheap. Ooh. Got ahead of that one. Honestly, I'm not sure how to dodge them. Like, that was just luck. Oh. Okay. That's like the longest freaking animation I've ever seen. Ugh. Oh my god. Okay, now we're in new territory we didn't get here last time. But we've been in new territory for a couple of screens already. And I've lost too many lives. Like, I've lost 3 lives so far. That doesn't feel good. Super Krang, sure. Ouch. Okay. F your kicks, bro. We have to beat this guy. We have to beat this guy without a continue, because I'm pretty sure if we don't beat him, I'm pretty sure this is section 1. We saw that there are 3 sections to level 5 and from the level select. I'm pretty sure each section has a boss. And I think this is the guy for section 1. So we really have to beat him without taking the continue, or else we're probably gonna have to restart the whole thing. Ugh. Stop dancing around and get hit. Okay, we got him. Whew. Whew. Oh, nice, a pizza. Ready? I could have kept it a little bit longer, but... the mandatory elevator zone that pretty much every beat 'em up has to have at one point. Woo. I should be jump kicking these guys. I'm trying way too hard to do it without jump kicking. We only have 1 life right now. Hey Bear, you're playing Octopath. If you're still in the chat. Ugh, that feels bad. I love it. Every time I stream, I get like 25 messages on my phone. I just saw my phone not stop buzzing. It's like, normally I get like 25 messages in a whole day, but every time I'm streaming, it's like 25 messages in the like 2 hours that we're streaming. So I'm like looking at my phone exploding and I'm like, it's like annoying. It's just annoying to get off and like have to deal with like 25 messages. I'm saying 25, it might be less than that, but I just know that I have to scroll down my message screen because it's not like you can't see them all on the phone. Oh my god. You guys are so freaking annoying. Because I would really love to make it to section 3 without using a continue, so that if we do use a continue, we're just directly at section 3. There's just always one guy getting behind me. It's annoying. I know they're probably programmed that way. The AI. It's still annoying. So I'm doing my every effort to keep them all on the same side. Whew! Another pizza? Oh, we're done. I think that's section 2. So I think this is section 3, which is Super Shredder. And I think he's very similar to the fight that we had at the end of Shredder's Revenge, where he's gonna have like colors telling us what he's gonna do. And he just killed us. And that was our last life. So hopefully the continue is gonna bring us directly to Super Shredder. Yes, nice. Okay. So we have like 5 continues to figure them out. So it does seem like the same as at the end of Shredder's Revenge. Or, I'm saying Shredder's Revenge, but I mean Turtles in Time. Okay, he has me stuck. Dude! He has me stuck. Can't get a hit on him. The timing seems a lot tighter. Okay, blue I don't want. Red normally I would want. Blue I don't. Okay, oh, I really have to jump in. But I really have to be perfect timing. Like that. Yeah, blue I can't jump in. Okay, when he locks you in a spot. Oh my god. I've got to say, this is like a boring fight. Oh. Oof. Ugh. That's right. Hyperstone Heist is down. Bad pun, dreading and shredding. The freaking Statue of Liberty gets teleported back. The evil villain, Shredder, has been defeated. And our city has been returned to its normal size. Who is really responsible for saving the city? The true answer is shrouded in mystery. Oh yeah. This has been April O'Neil reporting. Good night. And you've got Splinter hanging out there at the bottom. Oh, now that feels like a satisfying end to the night. Honestly, sure it's a level cheat, but you know what? That's what happens when you have a limited number of continues, and we forgot to take the 5 continues, 5 lives from the beginning. Honestly, I think had we taken 5 lives, 5 continues from the beginning, I wouldn't have needed this. We made it all the way to the last level with 3 lives, 3 continues. If each continue gave me 2 extra lives, man, I'm pretty sure we would have had enough to make it all the way here. No problem. Whew. Well, guys, it was an awesome turtle-filled night. So, unfortunately, we had a little mishap, but you know, at least we got to see some tournament fighter in the meantime. And honestly, I wish we could keep going. I wish, like, I would have time to, like, play through, like, a Game Boy game. Like, I would really like to play through the Metroidvania style one. The only thing is, it's been so long. Oh yes, the collection. You're right. You are right. You are right. Before we tune out, let me. I'm gonna lower the volume to this in the background. We're going to go to our close-up here. I will get out the figures that you have not seen yet. They're falling. So, I got Mikey. Now, the turtles are pretty much all the same. They're on their boards. The only difference is Mikey has like this fake 3D effect as if he's spinning his nunchaku. So this is Mikey, but I might have shown this one to you guys the last time because this, out of the new batch, that's the oldest one I got. The next two are actually not Turtles in Time, but I'm going to show them anyway. I got 2 of the frogs. This is I'm trying to remember if it's Genghis and Napoleon or the other 2. I think this is Genghis and Napoleon. Give me a second. I'll check really quickly. But I love these guys. Honestly, the frogs, I love the designs, even though they're just pretty much the same as the turtles, but as frogs. Give me 2 seconds. I was half right. It's Napoleon and Attila. These are It's Napoleon and Attila. The whip and the mace. Turtles are so long ago that I can't, I remember most of the characters, but which frog was which is a little much. Now, next we have Bebop and Rocksteady dressed as their pirate counterparts from the game. And the mouth, by the way, you can open and close it here on both characters, so you can give them like the lock-jawed sort of look, or you can close it up and give them like a more serious look. But these are freaking awesome. Honestly, the NECA line of Turtles in Time, I've got to tell you though, they're a little fragile in the... They're super good, but they are a little sensitive in their parts. Like, you've got to be careful of how you pose them and whatnot, because you can damage them. Contrary to a lot of more modern figures are tougher. And finally, we have Baxter Stockman. And he does have like his huge arm that he uses to grab you in Turtles in Time that attaches to the end of his gun. I'm going to try and turn him because it's just hard because it's connected together. I'd have to take him apart, and I don't want to because the stand is actually pretty fragile for the arm. But the arm needs its own stand because it's so heavy. Because this arm isn't like... It's filled plastic. It's filled rubberized plastic, so it's like super heavy. So it actually needs its own stand, and he has like a flight stand to him. But it's actually pretty nice. It's maybe not my favorite version of Baxter Stockman character, like figure-wise. Like, there are better ones, like the Ultimate Baxter Stockman from and whatnot. But it is the one that is closest to the actual game version. Because Baxter in the game looks like this. Sorry about that. I just had to get Baxter set up because if I don't put him properly, like, I could break a part of him because if the arm is pulling on his hand and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, honestly, they did a good job of reproducing representations of the game versions of the Turtles because, you know, they do those fake cell shaded. Like, if you look at the little squares that they have on their legs and stuff, that's to give like fake cell shaded appearances. Like, if you look at the designs here, it's to give like the fake appearance of cell shading. So, but yeah, it's they are very nice figures. I'm glad I got them. They're probably the only NECA line that I'm gonna get the whole thing. Like I said, I'm missing Shredder. I know a store that has them. I'm just pacing it out because, you know, I'm not gonna spend like $500 on figures in 1 week because they are about $50 Canadian a piece, close to it, like between 40 and 50. I did get Baxter super cheap for like $30 though, and Slash as well. I got him for like 40, which are really good prices for them here. Anyway. No, my cat's name is Topaz. I call her Toe. If you hear me say Toto or Toe, that's her because, like, for short, I just call her Toe or Toto. But her name is Topaz. Anyway, guys, it was a ton of fun tonight. Thank you for showing up as usual. And I'm gonna cut this short. Like, I'm not gonna do a whole long goodbye because I've already went over time. I'm probably gonna hear about it when I get upstairs. So, but thank you guys, everyone that showed up. Hopefully we had fun playing through the Turtles. We got to see Hyperstone Heist. Hey, on stream now, we've played Shredder's Revenge, whole thing. We finished Turtles in Time. We finished Hyperstone Heist. Honestly, I feel like we should do Manhattan Project and the NES one, or maybe like the arcade one rather than the NES one, because the NES one is a little rough around the edges, we'll be honest. But yeah, hey, thank you all for showing up, And as usual, I hope I'll see you all in my next video.